Okay, so far so good. If you're just wondering what's up here, additionally on this chart 140, I have the modal, 5 of the modal circles here, and I have the fretboard here, but notice there's no colors there. And we have the dots fretboard up here, and notice there are colors there. Those are actual notes, but there's no numbers. Now the dots are where the dots are. G dot is on the G note. The G note is red. I usually put a little keyboard there to show you where those notes are. Okay, so I brought the keyboard up for a minute, but then it's going to go away. So again, if you look at this as a keyboard, if you recognize the shapes of the notes, okay, and you can associate the colors. So G would be red, and A is light blue, and B is blue, and C is yellow, and D is light purple, okay, and E is green. So that's the keyboard like that. I don't know if grayscaling it would make it any easier. You can do, some kind of really neat stuff with it. For instance, with the coloring, you can just invert the image. Sometimes people find it a little easier to see the shapes there. You can see the shapes of the, ivories, easier there. But the accidentals are kind of like more abstract at that point. And then we can grayscale. We can do all kinds of things. But so that's the piano drawing. We'll make that go away. I particularly don't like them because I worked so hard to make the grids by using the piano drawings. Because the way the grids were actually made, if you look at this, the way the guitar notes actually are, if we stretch that out, stretch those down like that, you can see they start to resemble piano keys again. This would be an accidental. Okay, so let's do that one more time and stretch it out even more. Okay, you can see they start to look like piano keys. This starts to look like an accidental. This looks like a D. It certainly is shaped like one. This is shaped like a C, shaped like an F. This is shaped like an E. So that's how that works. So I've seen so much of that I don't like looking at the piano much either. So anyway, but the point is that no numbers on here. This is anything. This is just like looking at a piano. You could do anything. Anything. There is no key to it. It's just all over the place, right? That had a key, but everything falls into a key, kind of, unless it's actually changing. It's something I wish I knew how to do. Longer pieces can go and change keys easier. So you'll see in this, and now in this drawing, this also has versatility in the fact that there is no color there. And that is intentional. Even though the C box is colored green, that it's going to be color green wherever it is. This, or the C string shape has a different color for the string shape, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's just in honor of the E note there, but that could be anything. It could be a C shape. Is going to be anywhere. It depends on what you call the third there. If you call that the E, that's fine, but you could have a C. You could say that the fretboard would be starting somewhere else, if that 3 was a G, started on the G or something like that, and you wanted to put a C shape there, it'd be almost similar to like putting the capo on the G. Then you play your C shape G there. Okay. If you put the capo on the G there, all right, I did that wrong. It's the here. Capo on the G. So the G is now, sorry, the G is the third of some key. So that would be the key of E flat. Okay, so it would be the G would be the third of the key of E flat. So when you play the C shape, you're actually playing an E flat there. So here's your E flat. Sorry about that. I got fooled by it being up further on the neck, and the C shape was shrinked down a little bit. You don't see that in my diagrams. When I'm making the fret inlays, I definitely have to make them progressively smaller, and I measure them down to 1/2 of a millimeter. That's the accuracy I have, 1/2 of a millimeter. Last time I said that a few lessons back, I said 1/2 a centimeter. No, it's down to 1/2 a millimeter. So these distances are measured, the height of the fretboard might be 4.5 centimeters, and so 1/2 of a centimeter, that's 1/2 of a centimeter is 5 millimeters. 5 out of 10. I believe that's what it is. So that's, I'm aware of that. But when I'm playing, I don't always pay attention like that. So let's keep going here. There's no, this is obviously an important topic, or we're on the verge of one. There's no colors here, so this could be any key. It's all the same. So in any key, but we're in the C shape, and that's the whole thing about guitar is the shape. So let's say we're doing a G shape here. We're doing a G shape off of the E, right? The thing about the G shape is the top outer note is the key that you're in, so, or the chord that you're playing. That's C, but the G would be, so that would be G. But we can play a G shaped A flat. You see, the G shape relationships still work. And in that G shape, which is right here, we have, so this, this 6 here would be now the 6th of what? It would be the 6th of A flat, right? The 6th of A flat is F. Now the problem with this drawing here is I've made the no play notes, and trust me, these are no play notes. You do not play these unless you want to play outside the key, like an adjusted chord or something like that, or get a funky sound in the shapes that they're in. So if we go 6 to root, the 6 would actually be the F, and the root would be the E flat, the A flat there, right? What was it, A flat? Yeah, because we were in G and we went to A flat. So that would be the play chord. So you can use the black and white relationship with any key. That's something that I'm having a little trouble getting that point across, but I'm comfortable with it because it gives me the bookend isolation that I need. For the C shape here, it's definitely a sign that do not play this. Now, if we're up here, sorry, let's get out of the drawing tool. If we're up here, I'm going to get it right there. These black notes are